Hello everyone and welcome to my next solo run. This time I'll be moving on from the Kanto region to the Hoenn region. I wasn't sure which Pokemon to pick at first, so I decided to just go as Treecko as a safe bet, being the first Pokemon of the Hoenn Pokedex. I'll be finding out if I can beat Pokemon Emerald with only an unevolved Treecko. The rules will be the same as always, no evolving and no items in battle, apart from held items. So as always, I start the game and create my character, then spawn into my home, Little Root Town. From here I just go straight to get my Treecko and win my first battle against a Poochyena. As I take Treecko from Professor Birch, I make a save state and reset the game until I spawn a Treecko that looks like his optimal stats. Overall, Treecko has high special attack and very high speed, with OK physical attack and low physical defense. Its move pool is a bit limited. It learns all the grass draining moves such as Mega Drain and Giga Drain. Even though they're not too strong, they're still quite useful. It also gets Return, and that's pretty much it for viable moves it can learn, apart from maybe Double Team and Substitute to hacks out your opponent. You shouldn't be relying too much on grass type moves solely, as many Pokemon such as Salamence and Skarmory can resist you 4 times and give you a very hard time. If you're lucky, you could try to give Treecko Hidden Power Fire or Ice for coverage, which would be very nice, but I couldn't be bothered for that. I think to get those moves you have to manipulate some numbers in like IVs, but I couldn't be bothered doing that, so I just went on without it. Because of this, I settle on a mild nature to maximise my special attack while lowering physical defense, so both my attacking stats will be high and it can also heal itself more effectively with its Giga Drains. With an optimal enough starter chosen, I proceed to beat down my first battle, then gain a few levels just to be safe. I then challenge Mate and Beard Mudkip easily enough. Moving on with my journey, I help Wally catch a Pokemon. To be honest, I never really cared about him, he's just slowing me down at this point, so I ditch him as soon as possible and head straight to the first gym, being all trainers who get in my way. Unsurprisingly, the first rock gym leader does nothing to stop my grass starter. Even though Absorb isn't very strong, I still hit it super effectively and deal a lot of damage. So after this we move straight to the second gym, but first May wants to battle again. We still beat her easily enough, though her Torchic's Embers can 2-hit KO us. We finish our business with Steven, then clear out all the trainers in the fighting type gym. This time the gym leader does give us a significant challenge. I lose more than once, as Absorb just doesn't deal enough damage at this point, and the strong fighting type attacks damage Treecko significantly due to its low physical defense. So what I do is proceed to Sleepport instead and beat all the trainers there till I reach level 26 and learn Mega Train, doubling the power of Absorb, while also picking up a Miracle Seed to boost the power even more. This time I return and beat Broly, or Brawly I guess, whatever his name is. I beat him without much trouble and then carry on. So now it's time for the third gym, so I make my way there. On the way there I clear the trick house and get a rare candy to use later on. After this, May pulls up on us for another battle, but my Treecko backhands her without much trouble, so we move on. After leveling up, we attempt the electric type gym, and once again we do run into a minor roadblock. We get some trouble mainly from his Magneton, who can parafuse us and resist all of our hits. But after a few tries, once his Magneton goes down, his Manectric isn't too much of a problem, as we can resist his shock moves. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I beat Wally, but to be honest, who cares? One thing that I do, and that I totally recommend to you guys, is to go to the grassy area next to Falabor Town, the one that has a lot of ash in it. I go there to do some EV training, as the area comprises mostly of Spindas. Each Spinda you beat gives you 1 special attack EV point. You'll get 2 if you get the Macho Brace, which you can win from the Windstreak family a bit sooner on. To level up, I gain whopping +7s to my special attack, and keep going until my special attack won't increase that much on level up, meaning that my special attack EVs have been maxed out. This is to maximise the power of my draining moves. So with this newfound power, I move straight to the first big encounter with Team Magma, and Wallop Maxi, since I now have Giga Drain with a lot of strength behind it. After that, I move to the fire type gym. I make it to Flannery and run into my first major challenge of the run, as you can imagine from the fire type gym. Flannery's first 3 Pokemon go down in 1 hit, but Torkoal was very tough. Strength and Giga Drain were both free KOs, not including the healing items it had. 1 overheat in the sun was enough to roast me. Even without the sun, it still 1-hit KOs me with a critical hit. Damn, this hacks. After several losses, I eventually get my chance to win. Torkoal goes for Body Slam first, then Overheat without the sun, and doesn't crit me, leaving me close to fainting but also in overgrow range, making me able to 2-hit KO Torkoal after it heals up. Man, that was challenging. After that huge roadblock, the next part of the run will be very easy since we're very high level. The normal type gym, however, doesn't do very much to challenge us, so we clear that quickly. After getting Surf, we move on to the flying type gym, grinding along the way to level 60. After quickly whipping my rival again, I go to attempt to claim the 6th gym badge, and fail miserably. This is now the second big roadblock and arguably even harder than the last one. Her Swellow, Pelipper and Tropius are easy enough, but Skarmory is a damn threat. Giga Drain and Pursuit don't deal enough damage at all, and its Sand Attacks and Aerial Ace hurt us badly. I don't use Double Team, but you can't even use that even if you wanted to, since Aerial Ace will always hit you. And even if we do beat Skarmory, her Altaria, while not being as hard, can still finish us off if our HP isn't too high. After getting several wallopings, I decide to move on to level up and return when I'm ready. Now I know how it feels to get wrecked. It's not very good, to be honest. Even after reaching level 63, I still lose a few times. Oh my. I reach Lily Cove City, and meanwhile I beat May once again for the last time easily. Maybe this time she'll know to quit. After clearing out all the surrounding areas, I return with a level 65 Treecko and finally manage to win, but not without struggling. During that battle, at that point, Giga Drain was just enough to 3-hit KO Skarmory and hit it just so the gym leader didn't heal it. It hits me with Sand Attacks rather than Aerial Ace, but luckily I don't miss too much. Even with over half HP, I surprisingly take out Altaria in 1 critical hit strength, which was very surprising. By the way, did you know that Altaria is actually one of my top 3 favourite Pokemon along with Nidoqueen? The more you know. Now we go to Magma Hideout to take a peek at Groudon and pound Maxie. His Crobat confuses me and had me worried, but I pull through. 6 badges, 2 more to go. Now it's time for the penultimate gym, which uses Psychic types. For this gym leader, I enter with one of my HM slaves, then KO my own HM slave to deal with the twins afterwards. I do this just to make the battle fair, since you have to enter with 2 Pokemon. I'm putting myself at a disadvantage by doing this, but oh well. I do lose once because of Xatu's Confusory shenanigans, which is fine, I guess. But I win second try. 3 of their Pokemon are 1-hit KO'd by Giga Drain. So yes, easily enough. After this we go to Moss Deep Space Center to team up with Steven, and I do lose 2 times, due to Swagger Confuse hacks again, which is really becoming obnoxious. Crobat doesn't help things either, since it can hit me super effectively. But on my 3rd try I find a way to win, by focusing on Maxie's Pokemon first, then Tabitha. I win easily enough with this strategy. Now it's Team Aqua's turn to get beaten, so I pull up on their hideout and lay the smack down. However, I do get cocky against Archie and go for Mega Drain on my Chena instead of Giga Drain. I thought my Treecko would be able to 1-hit KO with that, but it didn't, so I guess it's my fault. It got a scary face on me because of this, but I still managed to win after Sharpedo goes for Crunch. Crobat does give me a bit of trouble, hitting me super effectively, but it is what it is. After that battle, we do this legendary Rayquaza Pokemon subplot mumbo jumbo stuff that I don't really care about. To be honest, these games don't have very good plots, so I just don't care about it. What matters is that we proceed to the last gym badge. As you can expect from the water gym, it doesn't challenge us like at all. The footage is barely worth even showing, to be honest. So now it's time for one more challenge, the Hoenn League. We go to Victory Road and beat Wally one last time. He has Altaria now, which is nice, but I beat him anyway. We do lose once against a trainer who uses Skarmory, which is honestly one of the biggest possible threats Treecko could ever face. Just as well as Ruby or Sapphire, or I might run into it again in Elite 4. So now I make it to Elite 4 in my level 80s and decide to go for a straight test run. First up is Sydney, who isn't very challenging. His Mychena can live 1 hit and can lower accuracy, which is annoying, but we push through anyway, being everything in around 2 hits. It's convenient to heal ourselves while dealing damage with Giga Drain. Surftree can be troublesome as it uses Swagger and Double Team, but we get past the hacks anyway, so the first one's down easy enough. Moving on to Phoebe. She's not too hard either. Unintentionally, Treecko still has Pursuit, which I never actually thought about that, so I just spam that until I win super effectively. 2-hit KOing most of our team. I do need to be wary of PP since Giga Drain only has 8 PP with PP max. Man, seeing PP all those times is kinda weird. Anyways, Dusclops has Pressure, Curse and Protect stall, but we beat her anyway. Third member is Glacia, who's by far the easiest. She sounds hard because she has ice types, but they're also water types, so Giga Drain just destroys all of her seal Pokemon in one hit. Her Glalie also go down in 2 returns and they don't do much in return. Moving on. Drake, however, was by far the hardest. Shelgon was okay to deal with, though it could use Rock Tomb to slow me down, which was problematic. Flygon could outspeed me at -1 speed and blast me with Flame 4, but Giga Drain was enough to take it out and heal me up. Altaria for some reason liked to go for Dragon Dance rather than actually attacking, but I wasn't complaining, I beat it easily enough. Next up was Salamence, and this was where things got really hard, as I anticipated from the start of the run. In case you didn't know, Salamence is strong, like really strong, and can hit hard while taking very little damage from us, and it gets healed when it needs to. Giga Drain and Pursuit were not doing enough, as Giga Drain was 4 times resisted. Intimidate also made return very weak. I was not standing much of a chance, as I only dealt like 20% at max, so realistically I had to go off and grind just to have a chance at beating this. I also found all the rare candies in the game and ate them all to make my Treecko as strong as possible. Eventually I make it back at Drake with level 96 Treecko, and thought maybe this would be enough to deal with Salamence. It was not. Even though everything in the Pokemon League up until now was very easy, it still wasn't. At least now I could take free hits from Salamence, but I still don't deal nearly enough damage in return. After many tries, I finally realised something. That the only way I could possibly beat Salamence was to get critical hit, since it couldn't learn any better moves than return to deal with it. I mentioned earlier on that hidden power could be very useful, and yet against this and Skarmory, a strong hidden power ice and fire would be very convenient, but alas we have to find another way since I don't know how to use hidden power ice. We have to get a critical hit to deal triple damage since it will negate the Intimidate cut, going from 2/3 damage to double. After loads of resets and retries, I finally get critical hit, which deals enough damage to leave Salamence with a sliver of health, so I can 2-hit KO after baiting out 1 full restore. Then after that, Kingdra goes down without too much trouble. One more battle to go. You'd think Champion Walls would be hard, since this whole team knows Ice Beam hitting me super effectively, right? Wrong. Giga Drain bulldozes his team here. However, on my first try, his ace Milotic does freeze me after dealing less than I expected with Ice Beam, but I stay frozen and lose because of it. Man, stop it with his hacks. But on the second try, I bulldoze him. Wailord and Wishcash go down in 1 Giga Drain, Tentacruel, Ludicolo and Milotic all go down in 2 hits. His Milotic freezes me again, but I do defrost my first try and knock it out like it deserves, thank god for that. Then Gyarados finally goes down in 3 hits, and with that I am now the undisputed champion of Hoenn. Overall, the challenge wasn't too hard. There were a few big challenges, yes, like the Fire Gym Leader and the Flying Gym Leader. If planned properly, you can beat this game with just a Treecko. There will be some hard points, but most of it will be easy enough. Now, I know what everyone will be asking in the comment sections. What about Steven, the final boss of the game? Well, what about him? Look, I beat the game and want to move on to something else. To be honest, I do not think this battle will be very doable anyway. Yes, I know with a Treecko, Steven probably is possible, but to be honest, he'll be even more hacks dependent than Drake was, and that's saying something. Hell, his Skarmory alone, his first Pokemon, is a monumental challenge. Remember at level 80 I lost to a level 42 Skarmory at Victory Road and had to use hacks to win? Now this one is like level 72. Yeah, no, even at level 100 I'm probably going to get wrecked. The only ways to win, and I mean the only possible ways I could possibly beat Skarmory, is to either use Hidden Power Fire, which I can't use, or Double Team and rely on multiple misses in a row. The thing is that it turns out that Skarmory actually has Aerial Ace, which completely ignores accuracy, so guess what, Double Team won't even work either, so I'm screwed either way. While Claydol and Aggron can probably go down easily with Giga Drain, his Metagross in the end will kill me to death anyway, so I'm screwed anyways. Either way, I'm done with Treecko for now. I might go back to that battle later on, but if I do go back to that battle, I'll have no idea how I'll win against him. Anyway, sorry guys about that rant, but you guys can continue to vote for my upcoming challenges. Next time, I'll be doing Torchic. It will be an interesting challenge, Since Emerald is known for containing too much waters, using the fire type starter will be interesting. I'll be putting the saying too much water to the test. So stay tuned for Torchic next time, which will be up very soon, and I mean very. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, support me and all that, and I look forward to your viewership once more. Ding Dong signing out.